All right, happy Saturday. Welcome back to the Alpha Platform. So, today I'm joining you guys from my husband's lab. This is actually the office portion of his laboratory. So, I decided to join him today. Just didn't feel like staying in the house. I was like, you know what, let me just film the video here and keep moving. But it's been a crazy Saturday already, there's a video going viral right now regarding a Chipotle employee being shot by a customer over guacamole. And I kind of, just want to come on and talk about that very quickly and just talk about the state of society as a whole, as I'm seeing it right now. Go watch that viral video. Go watch that video. It's crazy. It's crazy. I'm starting to feel like this eclipse that's going to happen on Monday is like really making things in this world go crazy. Like, we have these earthquakes happening in places that typically don't happen in the US. We have people, customer service reps going crazy, customers going crazy. I don't know what it is, but it's like something in my mind is telling me this eclipse is like driving people insane, driving people literally insane. But yeah, so if you watch that video, it's like, and I've been talking about this on my channel for a while, it just seems like when it comes to employees and customers, there is a constant struggle, and it's getting worse. Like, customer service is out the window. Customers that are coming in, they have attitudes too. So it's like, if nobody wants to be the bigger person in these situations, we're just constantly clashing with each other. And I learned something because, I've been very vocal about my nervous breakdown that happened to me like a week and 1 day ago. I've been very vocal about that in my recovery journey. But I've learned, people are going to be people. They're going to come out in public with various energies and whatnot. And I'm learning not to match their energy. Like, somebody that I look up to, my mentor, she literally told me, like, hey, don't match the crazies. Like, whenever you go out and about, you're meeting people, and you notice like they're off their rocker, they're off their hinge, they're not there, they're thrown off. Just don't match their energy. Just be silent, walk away, maintain your power, because your peace literally is your power. Because, excuse me, I used to be the type person, like, I've taken so much crap as a gay man. Like, I've just taken a lot of crap. Like most gay people, we've taken so much crap from society, from our families, just from various places. Like, taking crap, and you get tired of that, especially as an adult. It's like you don't want to take any more crap from people. And I used to carry that around and be like, man, like, I'm not gonna let you disrespect me. I'm gonna always stick up for myself, because I spent so many years not sticking up for myself. But now it's like, you gotta guard your peace, Alfred. Like, I know I refer to myself as the wolf, and I do mean that as like, I have to stop caring so much about people. You have to stop. Like, I'm learning this world is not built for those of us who care too much about people. Like, people are literally out here moving and doing whatever they want without any like feelings or consequences about their actions. So if you watch that viral video, I don't mean to laugh, but if you watch that viral video, they literally said the dude pulled out the gun, shot the worker in the leg over guacamole, and just handle his business like it was nothing. Like, he was going about his day like it was nothing. Like, he literally they say he took 30 seconds to to gather his things, get his order, and he just calmly walked to his car, was in his car for a little bit and just drove away like it was nothing. Like, it was nothing. And it reminds me of that case where you had this white dude literally light up a car full of black teenagers because he didn't like the music they were playing, and this white man just went home, ordered a pizza, and went to sleep. So it's like, what's going on out here? Like, literally, what's going on out here? Another mentor I have, who is a physician, he tells me that most people, if not all people, are walking around here with mental disorders, and they don't know it, and they're not getting treatment. And I tend to agree with him, because that's the only conclusion I can come up with as to how we can like treat people any type of way and go to sleep peacefully at night. Like, that's the only conclusion I can come to. Like, we must have mental disorders. I'm gonna put y'all on something. So one of my favorite poets and authors is James Baldwin. Yesterday I was reading an excerpt from one of his most famous works called Nothing Personal. And James Baldwin, he gave us his work in the mid 20th century, like the mid 1900s and whatnot. He gave us his work back then. But his work is, surprisingly, it's still relevant to this day. Like the man literally predicted, how society would be today, because we are living in the world that he painted, in the world that he observed and kind of foresaw back then. Essentially, James Baldwin says that we are all, humanity, as we know it today, is all walking around here hurt. Like we're all walking around with pain in our eyes, suffering in our eyes. We're all hurting because of our obsession and fascination with stuff, with consuming products, with gaining products. We've lost the love for humanity. We've lost our love for people. And you can see it in their eyes. Like we are so afraid of being vulnerable out here with people. Like we get dressed, we wake up in the morning, we get dressed, and we walk out the door, and we immediately put on this mask like, hey, don't mess with me. Like the women are like that, the men are like that, the gays, the girls, like we're all like that. Like, hey, I'm not the one to try today. Like, don't try me. And he says that it didn't used to be that way. And the reason why we have a society like this that's so miserable and unhappy is because it's ran on capitalism. Like we're all fighting to survive and to get more stuff. And I'm tending to agree with James Baldwin. Like I really do feel that way. Like what would happen if we no longer had a capitalistic system? And a lot of people are fighting to hold on to the system, but think about it this way. If people no longer have to fight for basic survival, for food, water, going to jobs they hate, like slaving to meet their basic necessities, what would happen if that was no longer the case? And let's say the government was providing all of our needs, giving us a monthly stipend. You would see the love and humanity, especially in this country, return. You would start to see people, reclaim their joy, their peace, their happiness. But it's like in this world, you have to slave, and slaving for survival it's not congruent with having peace, joy, happiness. So, take a listen or read James Baldwin's Nothing Personal, and let me know what you think about it, because it is a really good excerpt, and I think it really hits home. I want to get back to talking about my mental health and just things that are happening with me, because like I said, I like to keep it open and honest here on this channel. So it's been 1 week and 1 day since my mental breakdown, and I'm getting comments from people like, hey, like you need to do X, Y, and Z. The reason why you're suffering is because you have no compassion for people, you have no empathy for people. And I know those comments go in one ear and out the other, because I know that you don't know me. People in my personal circle would never describe me that way. People would describe me as he would give his last, like he is too nice, he is too caring, he does too much, because that's how I am. Before I got married, I was single for many, many years, and no matter how dirty these dudes would do me, I would never lose my faith and my hope and love, And then eventually, I met my husband, and here I am today. But those comments, like, don't even bother, because I told you why I have stress in my life. I told you why. It's because of my relentless work ethic. It's because I work too much. I'm 34 years old, and I make over $150,000 a year, and that's due to working a lot. I used to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I would hit the jobs 5 o'clock in the morning. I would not finish till 4 or 5 p.m. at night. Combine that with meetings throughout the day. Combine that with managing difficult employees, difficult people. Combine that with just the daily stress of life. Like someone like me who is an introvert, who does deal with social anxiety from time to time, like that can be tiresome on you. It can wear you down, and it was wearing me down. So like today I was explaining to my husband how just going to routine meetings with people. Like, even if I'm not physically meeting with you, I still have to see you on the camera. It will like, I'll get jittery about it. You know, I'll have anxiety about it. I'll be stressed about it. Even if I know you, like, I'll be thinking about, okay, am I prepared? You know, is this person judging me? Is this person, am I going to say something stupid that's going to cost me my job? Like, because that's what happens when you are an employee. Like, your livelihood is dependent on how people perceive you in the workforce and how your higher ups perceive you. And if they perceive you as incompetent, as someone who doesn't know what you're doing, you'll lose your job. And for us, if you're an employee, what comes with losing your job is losing your ability to support yourself. And that compounds, and that stress just builds upon itself. So that's what's happening to me. The money's hard to let go of. Once you start making a certain amount of money, it's hard to let go of it. This is not a spiritual thing. You know, stop sending me messages about Satan, God, blah, blah. This is a human experience. So I'm not going to read those messages. I'm not going to listen to your commentary. If I'm literally telling you what's happening to me and I'm being real and honest on this channel about what's happening to me, take my truth for what it is. Don't try to tell me what my truth is. I'm just being myself on this channel. You're just getting me. So yeah, like, your brother, like, works too much. And I know that I need to stop working so much, but I don't know how. You know, I don't know how. I don't know how. That's just me, you know. So I'm meeting with a psychiatrist next week to talk about it, but it's like, all I know is hustle. All I know is go. All I know is get it. Like, get to this paper, get to this money. And I've had to be that way throughout my life to survive. And, excuse me, I think it's a consequence of being born to a 17-year-old single mom. I truly feel that's where it came from, because I grew up in an environment where, looking back, my mom was also growing up too, but having to raise like 3 kids on her own. You know, me first, especially, like, having to raise people on your own and you're 17. Like, bro, like that's crazy. Like, excuse me, that's crazy. Like, how did she do it? You know, how could she do that in a healthy manner? So inadvertently, subconsciously, she treated us like a burden. You know, she treated us like, oh, I don't want you guys here. And I felt that every single day. I felt like home wasn't a safe place. I felt like going to school wasn't a safe place, because anytime I showed my real self, dudes was like, oh, you too film, you too this, you too that, you too nerdy, you want to be a white boy, blah, blah. And it's like, I don't want to be none of that stuff. I'm just being me. Like, to this day, I'm just being me. Like, people will put all these labels and stuff on you, like, oh, you want to be Mexican because you married a Latin dude. Like, no, I'm just being me. I'm just being me. And it's like, no, like, if anything, my dude, like, he asked me to marry him. Like, he proposed to me in his parents' house in Mexico. So it's like, all these, like, preconceived notions y'all have about me and what y'all be thinking about me, it'd be totally false. It'd be totally false. Like, I'm not gonna beg no dude, no matter what you look like, no matter what race you are, to marry me. Like, I'm gonna tell you from the jump, I want to be married, I want to be monogamous, I want something long term, I'm not into hookups, and you take it or leave it. And then, you know, with my dude, it's like, this is what I want, and if you're not gonna give it to me, let me know so I can move around. And I guess he just realized that I was being serious. Like, 4 or 5 years in it, I'm not playing house with you. Like, and that's for anybody. Like, I'm not gonna play house with you. Either we're gonna be official or not. So yeah, man, I just always felt like I have to wear a mask, you know? And for people out there, it's like, do y'all also struggle with socializing with people? Because I kid you not, my circle is so small these days. Like, I literally have 3 or 4 people that I talk to. You know, and, you know, we'll chit chat every now and then, but I can go days without chit chatting with somebody and just be cool, you know? And I don't know if that's part of my problem or whatnot, but do y'all have those same type of experiences with you know, socializing with people and just not wanting to deal with people because you just don't know what you're gonna get. You just don't know what you're gonna get. Like my friends be like, hey, when you're back in Houston, let me know so we can hit the club, so we can go out and do our thing, just have fun for a little bit. And I'm not trying to be clubbing right now. Even though I'm still young, I feel like I'm in my prime. I'm not trying to be at the club all day. When I did turn 34 on New Year's Eve, last year, me and my husband, we did activities during the day. We went to the museum, we had a nice, dinner, and we went back to our hotel and just chill, had a few drinks and chill. Dudes is like, hey, come to this house party, come out and do this with us. And I was like, no, I'm not doing that, bro. I'm not doing it because I don't know these people like that. And it's like, nowadays, people don't seem to value themselves. And I feel like if you don't value yourself, you're not going to value me. Y'all be quick to pull out, the straps. Y'all be quick to fire the straps, quick to be disrespectful over anything. And I just don't want to deal with that. So I don't. I chill. I stay in the house. I just do me. When we were in Chicago, like a week ago, we were, waiting in line to get into a club, and I told y'all this Asian girl, she offered me a blunt. She offered me her blunt, and of course I refused it. But I turned around, and there was these dudes, some black dudes. I'm assuming a black couple behind me, and I just randomly said, where you guys from? And one of the dudes was like, oh, we from Georgia. I'm from Georgia, blah, blah. And, him and I were just talking a little bit. But I noticed that there was another dude behind him. And I'm assuming that dude was his partner. And that dude was giving me, like, evil looks. Like, he was like, bro, like, I'm not good on you. And I was like, dang, like, let me stop talking to this dude, because you may misinterpret what I'm doing as me trying to hit on your dude when I'm with my husband right now. Like, me and my husband are just vibing right now, having a good time. And I could potentially lose my life over a misunderstanding because you feel like I'm trying to holler at your dude. I can't do it. But yeah, anxiety is like, it gets the baddest of bitches. Anxiety will get the baddest of bitches. And it's like, you will call 911, you would go to the hospital for help, and you tell them I'm going crazy just for them to be like, nothing's happening to you, like you're good, like treat you like nothing's going on, and that'll make you go even more insane and panic even more. So it's like, life is a trip. I'm just learning to take things, one day at a time. I'm learning to find peace and joy in little things again. Man, Cowboy Carter is really getting me through right now. Just for Fun is my favorite track, and I feel every word. Like, I feel like every time Beyonce releases an album, like, her music really speaks to me. And it's not just because I'm a gay man, because I'm a stan or I'm Beehive. It's just like, you recognize quality, and you recognize when someone is feeling something, like, and they put their heart and their emotion and their soul into something. And I see that with her. I see that passion in her. So yeah, Just for Fun, like, when she's talking about like I hope I, fall fast asleep tonight. I just got to get through this, or just get used to it. Like, that's how I feel, about the stress. It's like, I just got to get through this. I got to get either used to it or just through it. And there's this like sense of like, nobody can help you. Nobody can understand. You just pray about it. You just, keep going, keep trucking, keep going, and just tough it out. And that's how I'm feeling. One of my other favorite tracks are Amen and American Requiem. I think that's how you pronounce it. But she went off. Like, she just completely displayed a different side of her vocal abilities, and it's like, dang, like this girl is not playing out here. Like, she really is a legend, the last legend I feel like we have, and she's not playing. She's not playing out here. But yeah, like, what are you guys' plans for Saturday? What are y'all, talking about doing? What are y'all about to get into this weekend? I hope y'all are taking care of yourselves. I hope y'all are, at peace, at rest for where you are in this world, in this life. And if you're not, I hope that you find that peace. When you're out and about in this world, I hope that you don't let people, take you off your throne, that you don't let people get you involved in their crazy and their mess, because a lot of people out here are just mentally wounded and they're stressed and they're not all the way there. When I say that, I'm talking about even myself, like going through my own stressful situations. I know that, hey, I have to take a break. Like, I can't go to the gym and socialize with y'all. I have to, take my time away from certain people and people in general until I feel mentally well again, So I'll come on here and give y'all videos, and that's about it. But yeah, take care of yourself, man. Go watch that video. Pray for that young man, that 21-year-old Chipotle employee, because the man's gonna have PTSD for the rest of his life. Like, imagine somebody pulling out a strap and threatening your life over guacamole. It's like these fast food workers are already dealing with a lot. They don't make a lot of money. They're struggling to survive themselves, and they have to deal with customers. And it's like, as customers, we need to be cognizant of that and just treat these people like human beings. Like, stop going off on these people. Stop fighting these people. Stop pulling out straps on these people. And then, hopefully, they'll give better customer service if they feel like we deserve it. But, I don't know. It's just, life is life, and life is life, and I'm just happy to be healthy. I'm happy to be with my husband. I'm happy to be, making videos again, and I'll keep bringing content when I feel like it. But I'm blessed, I'm happy, and life goes on. Life goes on, man. All right, have a good weekend, y'all. I don't know why, but I can't stop laughing. I'm just, just thinking about like life, and just, I once thought I wasn't gonna get through that experience. Like, I thought I was literally gonna lose my life behind that breakdown, and I'm just happy to just get through it, Time does heal everything. All right, peace.